This hour by Frederick Remington, fully cooked, ready-to-eat bacon. Exclusive, no refrigeration, 10-year extended shelf life bacon. The thickest, meatiest center-cut bacon in the industry at fullycookedbacon.com.
Naseema Omer Show in sunny Burnsville, Minnesota is where we are, and I have very special guests today in the studio directly, and we'll be talking about antiques, decor, and beyond, a fascinating topic. It's going to be very fun, information sharing, and enlightening as well with some stories. I am Naseema, your host. Very excited. Wanted to remind everybody that you can always listen to the show again and again. Share files with your friends and family by going to NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com. And listen to the archives or podcasts. I also have a YouTube file that will be out there on my channel, the Naseema Omer Show, that you can watch and look at pictures and listen as well. Antiques. Welcome, Kalita. Kalita is my guest today. And Kalita, give us a little bit of your background, and then I'll share the story on how I met you.
I grew up in antiques. I might be 50, but I've been doing it for 51 years. So, my dad started when I was a kid, and he passed away about 11 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. But I don't have too many questions because I grew up in it. So
right. And antiques, that's the buying and selling of pieces that, we'll kind of go into how you define antiques and what is an antique, because people may have antiques all over their homes or garages or storage rooms, etc., and they may not even realize that they have antiques in their home, right?
Yeah, one man's junk is another man's treasure.
Right. Isn't that the truth, though? Kalita, what's your last name?
Robertson.
So Kalita Robertson does her business out of, is it Prior Lake and Savage area and different areas in Minnesota?
No, it's mostly the Elko New Market area.
Elko New Market area.
South of Lakeville.
Yep, and you are the business owner of the River Trading Antiques.
Yes.
Very nice. So I came upon Kalita. This is an interesting story. So I was surfing the Craigslist for different artwork and decors, etc., for my own home, and I stumbled upon a couple of wood-framed square things. They're really games. They're called board games, but this was made out of wood, and it reminded me of a similar game that I had growing up as a child called the carom board. And the carom board, my mom and some of the family come from India, have ethnicity there. And so that is where our carom board had come from, was from India. And so the conversations that Kalita and I had, whether it was text or emails, I can't remember the details, but I was like, Kalita, the designs over here look a little different. I don't know. Do you know what this is called or what games are in there, etc.? And then I went on the internet to kind of look at it, and the patterns and the lines or the geometry design on the board was a little different. But essentially, one of them, it had multiple games in it. So I think there's like 4 games on one board over there. And one of them was the carom board, just a little different in design.
Okay.
So that's what intrigued my interest. And we came upon a deal. And I went and to one of your shops. And that's how we met. And we started talking and Kalita had a fantastic story about how she got started in the business, as she just explained, with her dad. And here we are, sharing the info with the rest of you, because there's fantastic information in store. And if you're local to south of the river, as we call it, in our Twin Cities area in Minnesota, then you don't want to miss out on certain dates here that we'll be sharing in the show. And we have another special friend also of Kalita over here that we will bring on in just a little bit. So Kalita, growing up as a child, you saw your dad do business in antiques, and he had a very interesting story on how he got started, right?
Yeah, he was, well, he actually started when he was about 5. My grandma said, you know, you can buy whatever you want, but you can't keep it around the house. You got to sell it. So he'd go to an auction and he'd buy stuff and he'd bring it home, and she kind of rolled her eyeballs, but then she forced him to sell it, and he made money at it, and that's kind of where it snowballed.
Wow, yeah. And so how many shops do you have? Because your business just kept growing, right?
We did have a lot more at one point. Now I'm just down to a storage unit at my house and then a big pole shed.
Okay.
That's 104 feet long by 40 feet wide and has an upstairs.
Very nice. And I'd like to bring on Jean now, if that's okay.
Sure.
Hi, Jean.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Welcome aboard, and thank you both of you for taking your time off your busy schedule and coming down to the studio. It's always so nice to see face-to-face and talk face-to-face and do the show here. Jean, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been fond of antiques and kind of been collecting them all my life. My family had 8 kids in it, so we kind of grew up with what we called hand-me-downs, but some of them were antiques, and I just grew to love them as the patina and, you know, the lives they've led are so interesting. And so I was doing it as a hobby because I worked in the corporate world, and they kind of threw me out at age 67 or 57. So I kind of needed to do something because my retirement plan wasn't 57. It was further along. So what I had been doing as a hobby, then I started doing full time. And I have the shop in Elko Newmarket, which is in the old Newmarket. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm about 2 miles from Kalita. So
Wonderful.
We try to help each other because we both want to survive.
Right. Isn't that nice? I mean, and before I forget, so you're Jean Mahoney, and the name of your business is Old Hotel Market.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And the fascinating thing that I just learned right before we got on air here is that you knew Kalita's dad.
Yes.
And that's what connected you two together.
Yes.
Isn't that fascinating? And the wonderful thing about having a hobby job, something that you can fall back on, right?
Yeah, it was. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd be doing.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. So I'll ask each of you the question, or maybe, you know, if share whoever wants to ask. How would you define antiques? I know you said one man's junk is another one's treasure, but are there specific things a person needs to kind of be aware of or look for, or can anything be considered antiques?
I think anything that's, you know, older or has a look to it that you could, like your boards that you bought, you know, a lot of times people just would hang those in your house rather than play with them. But there are people out there that would like to continue to use them as useful items. But it's also for decor in your house or the cabin or the man cave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what would you say in your businesses are things that you would, I'm assuming you go out shopping yourselves, right?
Yes.
To find certain pieces or unique pieces or whatever your niche is for your business and try and collect those and sell. So what are the things that sell very quickly or have a very good turnaround, like you buy something and then it's out the door and sold?
Unfortunately, there's no secret menu to that. What you might have had in the store for 2 years might sell, and something that you just brought in the store might sell. It's just the luck of who walks into the store.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, there are different trends. Some people, I think now we see the trend that people are looking for more practical and functional pieces. So you'll see dressers and headboards and things like that. But it's just whoever happens to walk in the door.
It's a wide open world.
Yes.
A shopping world, right? It could be anything. Clothes, furniture. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's what people are looking for from their childhood. Like for you, for instance, games from your childhood.
Yeah, I just stumbled on it and it caught my eye. Yeah.
Sometimes that's a factor.
I know. I remember I'm like, Kalita, are the little basket thingies functional over there? So it's like you may find a piece that's really old, but you may need to kind of mend it just a little bit without taking its real look. So I haven't worked on that board yet. I picked it up, I think it was a while ago, right? Like a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And my plan for that board, I should take a picture of it and post it on my YouTube file that I make. That would be interesting. Is to just sand it down a little bit and maybe varnish it so that the discs can slide on it. So somebody may actually want to play that game. But I don't know where I'm going to put it, whether it's going to be on a wall or just kind of, I don't know yet. It'll probably go on a wall somewhere.
And sometimes it's just thinking out of the box to create a different look.
Right. That's fascinating. And you're talking about putting pieces up and decor and stuff and games. I have a very old cribbage board that is just so unique, and it's only got 2 pegs in there, so I'm looking for pegs that'll fit it. But that's up on the wall, but it's on hook type of a fixture, so it can be removed very easily and played with. So there you go. You're right.
Well, like my dad used to always say was, if it's something plus something plus something, it's worth buying because it's more than one thing to you.
Right. So there's no set definition on how old a piece needs to be, I guess. Does it matter how many pieces were there back then when whatever was made, so to say, right?
The rarity of a piece will drive up the price. I'm actually looking at a piece that came up on my Facebook page that was an old seed. I hear music.
Yeah, that's okay. We've got a couple of
seconds. It was an old seed cabinet.
Okay, and we'll stop right there and pick it up with the old seed cabinet when we get back after this quick short break. Stay tuned, everyone.
It's a no-brainer. A Big Berkey water filter is the one you need, period. You need a water filter that removes chlorine, fluoride, pharmaceuticals, BPA, and other endocrine disruptors, pesticides, bacteria, viruses, and much more, right? And does it all at only 2 cents per gallon. Get the original and most trusted name in gravity water filtration, Big Berkey. And now GCN listeners receive 5% off ceramic filter systems using code GCN. Call or click 1-877-99-BERKEY or BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY.
ID Stronghold wallets are different. They may look the same on the outside. They're stylish. They'll hold your cards and cash, but they're hiding something great on the inside. No, there are no pyrotechnics, and it doesn't sing when you open it, but it does have magical powers. ID Stronghold wallets protect your critical information and identity from thieves standing right next to you. Anyone can buy a cheap RFID scanner online and snag your information just by walking past you. Contactless credit cards, debit cards, even your work ID badge. ID ID Stronghold was the first to pioneer RFID blocking technology over 12 years ago. ID Stronghold's wallets, sleeves, and badge holders are trusted by the U.S. military and the Executive Office of the President, something the competitors can't say. Secure your identity and save 10% by using coupon code MAGIC at checkout for a limited time at idstronghold.com. idstronghold.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of a house being trashed while a gang of thieves ransack the place. And what they don't steal will be destroyed.
This year, resolve not to be the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone inside is watching TV, even when you're miles away. Security is a mindset, and Fake TV should be part of your security solution. Be vigilant, but not fearful. faketv.com.
Frustrated trying to get business capital? Want to take the slow process and rejection out of the equation? GCNloans.com removes the slow, irritating approval process. Instead, get quick, simple funding. Powered by David Allen Capital, 80% of our pre-qualified clients are approved in days. Pre-qualify at GCNloans.com and get your money this week. It's that easy. GCNloans.com. That's GCNloans.com.
If you owe money to the IRS, you need to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. It starts with a devastating letter, and if you don't act immediately, you could find yourself having your wages garnished or have a lien placed on your property. But there's a solution. Tax 10,000 can help. Avoid enforced compliance, where these holds on your income and seizure of your home could become a nightmare that just won't end. Call 800-239-9957 now and speak to one of our experts. 800-239-9957 is the number to link you directly to a tax resolution specialist who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, all the forms will be handled for you. All you have to do is make the toll-free call. 800-239-9957. Find out if you qualify and possibly save yourself thousands of dollars, not to mention a lot of headaches. It could be the best call you've made today. That number again, 800-239-9957. This service does not provide tax settlement or legal services. We will refer you to a company that does provide such services. Often the IRS will not agree to any reduction in the amount owed. Not all taxpayers who owe more than $10,000 will qualify for a tax reduction program.
The answer to being in control of your own health care is freedom from insurance. Become part of a group of self-pay patients that come together to share in each other's medical expenses. Individual share amounts begin at $107 a month and $347 for families. Choose from 3 health-sharing programs. Holistic treatments may be eligible for sharing. See guidelines. Discount programs available for dental, vision, and pharmacy. Go to libertyoncall.org. That's libertyoncall.org.
Just one day listening to music on YouTube and things like that. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for listening and for your support. You are joining us in the second section of the Naseema Omer Show. I am Naseema, your host, and I'm talking today with Kalita Robertson and Jean Mahoney, and our topic of discussion is antiques, decor, and beyond. Both awesome guests are businesswomen into the world of antiques. And just before we went on break, Jean, you were explaining something about a very special cabinet, but then, also, we can go into, in your definitions, what do you, as an expert, consider is an antique? How aged should it be?
Well, I don't know that I consider myself an expert. I'm kind of a jack of all trades and master of none. I know a little bit about everything, but not enough about anything. And you kind of have to in this business. It's hard to be an expert. People come in and want us to praise things. And we really, appraisers usually specialize in a certain area and only appraise that and don't give appraisals for something outside their expertise. So I try to explain that to people, but I can tell them what I think it'll sell in my store, but it's not an official appraisal.
Right.
The experts, if you look up antique, I think some definitions will say it needs to be 100 years old, and that's kind of the measurement that they use. But I don't use that, and I don't think Kalita does either. Strictly, it's if the piece has history and you can see it's been used and loved, and there's patina on the wood where it's worn, and that to me is an antique.
Okay. That's a nice guide, a rule of thumb to kind of watch for. And Jean, and Kalita as well, so many times people just throw away things thinking it's junk, right? One man's junk. And I myself, I'm kind of more on the let's reserve resources where possible. Let's recycle where possible. Not that I go to the very nitty-gritty extent, but around the house, I will try and recycle and be as green as possible. So even if I don't have the time to perhaps sell the item myself, or know somebody that could use a particular item, or have a variety of people that may need a piece each, if I don't have the time and effort to do that, I just take my stuff to a secondhand shop or a donation shop, and then they can give it to the needy or sell it at a little amount or raise money for certain causes and benefits as well. Now, what other suggestions do you have that, people could, rather than just throwing stuff away?
I think it's a shame that we do throw many
so much
pieces
stuff
away.
And our landfills and all that. I mean, that goes into a whole different topic.
Any place that takes donations, and there's so many of them that there's one in Farmington that has just started. I believe it's called Caring Hands, and they help families that are just starting out that can use furniture or clothes or decor. It's basically Google it and for your area. And there's always a need.
There's always a need. And sometimes many places will come pick certain pieces up too. So if you can't haul the furniture and it's in, you give them a call, like you said, Google. With the technology these days, information truly, literally is on our fingertips, isn't it?
Yes.
There's one local place in St. Paul called Joseph's Coat, which I like as well, because they really take care of needy people and homeless people, and they'll even take shampoos that are half used or containers, because there's always people that need those basic necessities, just to kind of give you an idea on how far things can go that you may think is trash, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, in the history, if you go back in history, like the early 1900s, if the father of a big family was a tobacco smoker, he would save that can, and then that can would become their lunch boxes. And way back in the 1900s, the tobacco companies even picked up on that, and they started making the tobacco cans to look like a purse, and then the ladies would use that as their purses. And so that's recycling at its finest. So if you can just find another function for it.
Right.
Those purses are some of the rarest antiques and the tobacco stuff that you can find, and they're very popular.
Wow, that's interesting. I hear that music. We're going to be right back after this short break. I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutritious meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great-tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great-tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.
Over the last 4 years, 3 of the biggest online precious metals dealers have gone bankrupt and their owners put in prison due to theft and fraud. Having previously purchased precious metals, can you be sure you purchased the right product? Did you receive proper advice? Or were you stung by one of these companies? Miles Franklin has been in business for 29 years without receiving any material customer or regulatory complaints ever. Maintaining an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating and residing in Minnesota, the only state in America that regulates the precious metals industry, making doing business in precious metals with Miles Franklin the safest choice, bar none. Call us at 866-485-4346 and let us review your portfolio at no commitment whatsoever. Again, that's 866-485-4346. Get the peace of mind you deserve in working with a precious metals company with a reputation like Miles Franklin. Again, that's 866-485-4346. Miles Franklin Precious Metals, the name you can trust.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
It's been said, any society is only 3 missed meals away from chaos. Those times may be near. Think about it. Our country faces multiple terrorist threats and aggressions from Russia and North Korea. Social unrest and violent marches yet again may lead to looting of stores and city shutdowns. And our crumbling infrastructure leaves our power grid vulnerable to long-term outages from a single cyber attack. When the chaos from any one of these threats arises, the government knows it can't provide during a widespread national emergency. That's why you need your own plan for self-reliance. That's where My Patriot Supply comes in. Get a 4-week survival food supply for only $99. That includes breakfast, lunches, and dinners. Order online at preparewithgcn.com. $99 for 4 weeks of survival food that tastes like homemade cooking and lasts up to 25 years from My Patriot Supply. Get your kits today at preparewithgcn.com. Free shipping is included. Preparewithgcn.com.
Listening to the Naseema Omer Show. Our topic today is antiques, decor, and beyond. Special guest Kalita Robertson of the River Trading Antiques and Jean Mahoney of the Old Hotel Market. Jean, tell us about that cabinet you started telling us about, and then we had to step into a break.
Well, once you get hooked on antiques, it's a lifetime disease.
True.
There's no cure for it at all. And I I follow a lot of pages on Facebook that are antique shops and whatnot. And this shop is in Amory, Wisconsin, and he happened to post this beautiful cabinet that used to be a seed cabinet in like a general store. And it was a built-in, and they've done some work on trying and refinishing the one end to make it something that you could have as a standalone.
Okay.
But it's got like 54 drawers in it. And
54, kind of like an old printer's drawers.
Yeah, but they're bigger. There's like 3 sizes. They start out where you could put one. He's advertising it as a wine storage. You can. The smaller drawers, 1 bottle of wine will fit in. The bigger drawers, 4 bottles of wine will fit in there. So it's a beautiful old oak piece with the old hardware on it, and I have him sending me some more pictures. I have no bit. It would go in my home. I haven't figured out where, but I certainly don't need it, but I do love it.
Isn't that the truth? But I remember Kalita saying something like, if you want something, get it, enjoy it. And then when you're tired of it, I remember that was one of our conversations, and when you're tired of it, just turn around and sell it.
Yes.
Right?
And that's how sometimes people get into this business. That's what they've done.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's easier or what. You definitely get the face-to-face interaction by having a store, a physical store. But now with technology, I mean, I saw Facebook Marketplace. You mentioned Facebook or something. I mean, there's things. But it does take time. And, again, you can give it away to a donation shop if you don't have the time to take and spend into that. Or a friend may need some extra money and be willing to do that for you. So tell us now, how do we find you? How do people find you? When are you open? Winter time in Minnesota is not a good time for garage sales or flea markets or things like that. So I don't know how your business does over here in our sunny Minnesota, right? It's beautiful. I mean, snow is beautiful.
It is.
But it's a pain to drive like the last couple of days or so this week,
Well, together we strive to try to open the first weekend of every month. And then we have some big weekends, which is 4th of July, Memorial Day, and Labor Day weekend. And we just try to network that way. So, and we are on Facebook. We advertise a lot on Facebook.
Okay. So,
or Craigslist.
On Craigslist, regular hours during these special weekends, so you'd start like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and go into the Monday as well?
Usually, yeah.
Yes. Okay. And Kalita, give us your resource. How can people find you?
Under a Facebook page, it's just under my name, Kalita Robertson. That's when I advertise.
Okay.
For my bigger sale days.
Okay.
Or I have a lot of signs that are out the first weekend of every month on the road, up and down County Road 2 in Elko.
Okay. Excellent. And how about you, Jane?
I have a business Facebook page, which is the Old Hotel Market. I also advertise it on my own personal page. We utilize as much free advertisement as we can find.
Right.
There are local Facebook pages like Lonsdale Happenings, New Prague Happenings. A lot of the small towns in the area have a page that you can post what's going on, and that helps because it's down at the small town level, and for the most part, unfortunately, most people in Minneapolis think that we're in Iowa.
Yeah, no, both Kalita and Jean are in Minnesota.
Yes, we are.
Yes, they are in Minnesota, and that's great. And also, I will post the informational links to your Facebook pages on my radio show page in Facebook and my radio group, the Naseema Omer Show, so people can find you that way as well. I know I will be coming. If I'm in town, I will come check it out. That would be fun. I do love shopping. And, another thing is the business aspect. I know, Jean, thanks for sharing the story that you had to turn your hobby into a business, and then And as a business owner for a long, long time, Kalita, we all know, and I'm a business owner as well, not in antiques, thank God. I wouldn't know. I don't think I'd be really good at it. But then I should say, well, if I was forced to do something like that out of necessity, I would learn quickly. How's that? So in other words, what I was getting at is being a business owner, you have so many tax breaks and benefits that you won't as an employee otherwise. So, there's another thing that if you want to do a little small business, if you may have a hobby of collecting something and it's sitting in your storage now because you're sick and tired of it, hey, reach out to Jean and Kalita. They might be buyers or sellers for you. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, have you considered that? Do people come in and bring you things and then
they do, but sometimes they've watched too much TV and then they have an idea that it's the $1 million. Well, it's not always that case.
It's not that case. Yeah, true.
Sometimes age is a factor or
different things.
So there's a bit of factors that go into that.
Oh, yeah, definitely a lot. Yeah, you can. You have to kind of be selective in what your shop's about and the price is right and what's not right.
Yeah, you have to explain to them. A lot of them are emotionally attached, and that kind of puts a little bit of a raise on the price that they think it's worth. It is to them, but it's only worth to us what somebody else will pay for it. So,
correct.
And you have to explain to them it costs us money to buy it and store it and have it in the shop and advertise and whatnot.
Exactly.
So, and most of them are really understanding, and it's I've gotten some really nice pieces with people that just walk in and say, are you interested in buying antiques? And I just tell them, yes, I do at times, but it depends upon how much room I have and what you're selling.
Exactly. Absolutely. Like anything. Yep. What else would you like to share with our audiences? How about decors, wall hangings? Go ahead, Kalita. You were about to say something.
Jeannie has 9 rooms in her, I think, 9 rooms in your old hotel market, and her items are different but just as nice that I want for my house as well. Whereas I have some of my stuff it's becoming the stuff that I've handpicked, but I've inherited a lot of stuff from my dad. So some of that is what was his eye or what he liked. So I've been liquidating that for 11 plus years, but he had 7 warehouses and I'm down to 2.
Wow, 7 warehouses. I mean, that's quite a business he had. I remember you telling me, started out just little, one man's junk being another's treasure, and then it ballooning, and becoming a very lucrative. And then you had people to help you manage.
And I still network with some of his friends that are retired now, and so if I ever have a question about something, or if I gotta help you, if I decide to help you find a buyer for it, I can reach out to them and say, I have this person, they want to sell something. I'm not even sure what it is, because sometimes that happens too, but it's just a matter of networking and finding the right person who knows what it is.
Yeah. One thing that sticks out in my head, because I didn't know what to expect when I came to find you to pick those carom boards, right? Mm-hmm. And you told me you'd be proud by the pole barn, but I wasn't quite sure exactly, right? And Kalita, your shop is very interesting, very fascinating. It is indeed in the barn, and it's just beautiful. It's a red brick-colored barn, and then right beside it, the shed, I think, had some signage on it. I can't remember, but kind of like, what's the sign? I did take a picture of your bench because there was a picture of something related to drinking or something, and I can't remember the exact words. Yeah, and
my dad was
fascinating.
A decorator for Dayton's for many years. It's an old pole. It's just a pole shed.
Yeah,
but
it's unique, though.
The signs and everything that makes you think that you're stepping into an old world.
Exactly. That's exactly how I felt. Snow and all, being on the ground, but that feeling was still there. So, that's great that you still open every first weekend of the year.
Of the month.
Yeah. Of the year. First weekend of the month, yeah.
My business is, it's in a building that actually was an old hotel.
Neat. neat.
So the town it's in is Newmarket, and it's an old hotel, so that's how it got to be the Hotel Market.
Okay.
And I do get calls still asking me for rooms, sometimes at 2 in the morning.
Oh, my goodness, because they're calling from somewhere else.
Yep, and it's coming up if you Google it as a hotel.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have to come visit. Yeah, I do have it on my list to do.
But there are 17 rooms in the building, and it was built in 1897. And it has an upstairs and a downstairs and a spooky basement. And I have 9 of the 17 rooms open with items in, up and downstairs. And it's also haunted.
As you were saying, you mentioned the word spooky. What was going in my mind is, okay, have there been some strange stories? I bet Jean has a bunch of stories you could tell.
We have a few. Yeah. I've had actually 2 paranormal investigations where I've had a group come out and, at night, and they've set up cameras and all this technical stuff, and very interesting outcome. And I've had things happen just to me when I'm in there. And the first thing we did is, the first one, because I was a little apprehensive, I feel very comfortable in the building. I have no fear.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, is it like things being moved from one place to another, or?
Not normally. It's just, for instance, the first time we did it, we all kind of gathered in the main room downstairs, which used to be the bar room.
Okay. And I hear that music. Stay tuned to hear more old spooky stuff related to antiques, decor, and beyond.
Hello, my name is Marjorie Wildcraft. I'm the founder of the Grow Network, which is an online community of people who produce their own food and medicine. We are really into backyard self-reliance. If you want this lifestyle, I suggest your first step be to learn some basic home medicine. Just the other day, my 18-year-old son came to me and said, "Mama, I got a sore throat. Can you fix me up?" And I said, "Sure, Ryan," and in about 24 hours, he was better. The best home medicine for you to start out with is garlic. It's an amazing natural antibiotic, and I can show you how to use garlic to handle ear infections, sore throats, colds, and flus. As a way for you to get to know a little bit more about me and the Grow Network, I've written up an easy introduction on how to use garlic. It's at gcnwellness.com. Now, the station manager told me that I needed to say the URL at least twice, even though it feels kind of weird. But if you're interested in backyard self-reliance, you are one of us. Go to www.gcnwellness.com and let's connect up.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-261-9818 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-261-9818. Again, 800-261-9818.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the Internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771 for your free Reputation reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest priced filtration systems in every size. For incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency, get to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com.
Message and data rates may apply. Remembering when to change your fridge filter is a hassle. Remembering the right filter is almost impossible. So at Filters Fast, we have some good advice. Forget it. Instead, remember this. Text BEST 33 to 443-443 and check fridge filters off your to-do list forever. Get it all taken care of for a fraction of big box store prices with a Filters Fast brand filter. To see how much you can save, plus get free shipping, text BEST 33 to 443-443. With a huge range of brand name filters available, Filters Fast is America's #1 online filtration company. And you can get a Filters Fast brand filter for a fraction of the price, delivered to your door every time you need it. No need to remember. It's not a matter of if you need a fridge filter. Why not text to get it taken care of? To see how much you can save and get free shipping, text BEST 33 to 443-443. That's BEST 33 to 443-443.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. Radio remains the most intimate of all forms of media. At home, at work, in the car, on smartphones. Over 90% of consumers still listen to radio every week. That makes choosing radio as a place to advertise your business one of the best decisions you can make. Email advertise@gcnlive.com and partner up with an experienced GCN representative. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Tuning into the Naseema Omer Show. Just before we went on break, Jean, you were explaining to us about some paranormal activities and happenings or occurrences that occurred at your business, which is the Old Hotel Market in Newmarket, Minnesota. But I want to let everybody know that there's nothing to be scared about in that place. There's, it's fine. It's okay to go in there. But elaborate a little on what you experienced over there.
We were gathered as a group, kind of dividing up into different rooms, and we still had the lights on and whatnot. And the wind was blowing outside, and we heard this knocking, and the leaders said, well, I hope they're going to give us a sign to show us they're there. Well, I had a mannequin body. It's for like blouses, so it wasn't standing on the floor. It was hung on and it was way over in the corner, and all of a sudden that mannequin body started swinging back and forth, and there was nothing there to make it swing. It just was our sign that they were there. And we went into the basement, and the one gentleman that was with us, we shut off the lights and, asked them to come and show us a sign. And he had orbs.
Oh, yeah.
Circling him. Green orbs. And that was a little bit unnerving.
Yeah.
But I have always felt very welcome there. I think the spirits that are there like the fact that there's activity there.
Yeah. I respect beliefs of different people, and so I have totally respect that. But I also do believe that, we need to be respectful of certain as you may say, spirits because they've lived there longer than we have probably, or when we took over, or who knows what the history is, or how, that building is pretty old. You said, what,
1897.
Yeah, and so, talking about antiques, it's a fascinating. But then there's that element, too, with how much history has been lived in those houses, either by humans or others, right? And so as long as you're safe and it's fine and there's life in there, it's cheery.
I have a sign that says, if these walls could talk.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. But I like seeing it as an antique store better than as a haunted house, yes. Right? For Halloween and everything, right? Because I'm not into horror things and spooky things and stuff like that. But
no, they're all friendly.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's give out the resources one more time. This section is so small because it's the very last one. Old Hotel Market, and the owner is Jean Mahoney in New Market, Minnesota, and Kalita Robertson of the River Trading Antiques. Also,
and that's more Elko New Market.
Elko New Market,
yeah,
Minnesota.
County Road 2 and Elko New Market.
Excellent. And please tell us the special weekends again that you're open for these special holiday weekends in your schedule.
Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day weekend are really fun. And then the first weekend of every month.
Okay, fantastic. And look for both of them, Kalita Robertson and the Old Hotel Market, on Facebook. Also look at my page, the radio show page, and I'll post those links on there and the YouTube file. And do share the information with family and friends, and hopefully you found today's show very fascinating, particularly with this paranormal activity. It's got me all wired up now. I'm all awake. But I'm happy to know it. So I didn't realize we have groups of people you can find locally here in Minnesota that can help you with those pieces there. And there's that music. It's not playing by itself. We are playing it for you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kalita. Thank you, Jean. Hopefully everyone's had a fun show. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
I'm Rick Osick, president of Famous Footwear. Every baby deserves the best possible start, but not all babies get one. March of Dimes is changing that. You can help us lead the fight for the health of all moms and babies. Join me and Famous Footwear to March for Babies. Let's raise funds and be champions for families near and far. Together we are building a brighter future. Sign up for Famous Footwear's team today at marchforbabies.org.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.